I want to thank the ranking member for yielding his time. My colleagues, cancer affects everyone. Today's markup represents a result of dedicated work towards one common goal, providing a coverage pathway for innovative cancer screening. This markup is of the utmost importance given the impact that cancer continues to have on our closest colleagues. A late-stage cancer diagnosis stole our nation's champion and our dear Ways and Means colleague, John Lewis. Cancer diagnosis in the latter stage also took the life of Speaker Mike Johnson's 63-year-old father just 3 days before he was sworn in. Last Congress, our colleague Sheila Jackson Lee shared her diagnosis of pancreatic cancer before her death. And this Congress, we have already lost 3 colleagues to cancer. Congressman Sylvester Turner, Raul Grijalva, and Gerald Conley, to the battle of cancer. Cancer indeed knows no bounds. It can and does affect everyone. This fight against cancer is personal to me. A late-stage diagnostic of pancreatic cancer took the life of my mother. I want to thank my colleague, Jody Arrington, for being a champion of this bill and for surprising me last Congress by naming this bill after my mom. My mom, Nancy Gardner Sewell. Who was she? She was a devout Christian, a pastor's kid who lived her life of faith and hope. An exemplary educator and librarian, media specialist, she served in the Selma public school system for 36 years, where she shaped minds, uplifted our children, and as a librarian, she was a strong advocate of reading and literacy and a champion for Reading is Fundamental, RIF. She brought that program not only to the state of Alabama in 1973, but she also extended her efforts in Mississippi and Tennessee as well. It is a program that through a mobile unit delivers books to needy kids all throughout the southeastern region. And that program still exists today. It still provides kids in Selma, Dallas County, and Alabama's rural Black Belt with books. Nancy Gardner Sewell was a trailblazing civic leader. She became the first African-American woman ever elected to the Selma City Council, and she stood as a role model for so many women in politics. I can truly say that I get to walk the halls of Congress and represent my home district as Alabama's first Black Congresswoman because my mother forged that trail. Her favorite saying was, "Bloom where you're planted. You can make a difference right where you are." And she made a big difference in the lives of so many of the people that she touched. My mom, though, represents only one of millions of people who have lost their battle to cancer. And my personal story represents one of millions of loved ones who have had to endure such a horrible loss. It is our duty to do whatever we can to rid this nation of the scourge of cancer by giving coverage and access to as many people as we can to the latest and greatest diagnostic testing. Therefore, I hope that you all will join Jody and I in supporting H.R. 842, the Nancy Gardner Sewell Medicare Multi-Cancer Early Detection Screening Coverage Act. Currently, as Jody said, this bill has overwhelming bipartisan support in both chambers. Over 300 co-sponsors in the House, and as of today, 62 sponsors in the Senate. I am also overwhelmed by the support this bill has earned from cancer advocacy groups such as the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network, the Prevent Cancer Foundation, the National Minority Quality Forum, the Association of Community Cancer Centers, and so many other groups, over 600 advocacy groups and counting. I know that in the audience, in their blue shirts, are the people who are here for the annual fly-in for the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network. If you stand, we'll give you another round of applause. It is because of your tireless commitment that we are here today. Again, I want to say thank you. And Mr. Chairman, I request unanimous consent to enter into the record the 2025 letter of support from the Prevent Cancer Foundation, listing nationwide every organization that has signed on to this legislation.
Without
and
objection.
Supports it. Like so many Americans, my mother received her diagnosis late. The pancreatic cancer had already spread, and 8 weeks after diagnosis, we lost her. New cancer screening tools have the potential to change this. Multi-cancer early detection tests can screen over a dozen cancers with 1 vial of blood. This means that we can catch cancer in their early stage, giving patients their best chance at beating this disease. This year, more than 600,000 Americans will die from cancer. This number could easily be reduced with early detection tools. For Congress, this means ensuring that Americans have access to the most effective tool to help combat this disease. Medicare laws do not currently provide for timely coverage of these technologies, but we can make a difference right here today by passing this bill. We must promote steps to create a pathway for coverage and access for early detection. This IMSTED bill will do this, but like so many similar pieces of legislation we must pass, we must do everything we can to defeat cancer. In closing, my mother believed in community. She believed that knowledge mattered. She believed that no one should be left behind, and she strove to build bridges and tear down walls of injustice. Her life's work was about service, public service, about caring, about making sure that people had what they needed to flourish. I say to you, my colleagues, let's unanimously pass this bill one more time, and let us be tireless in our efforts until we get this bill passed in the Senate and on the desk of the President and signed into law. With that, I yield back the balance of my time, and again, I say thank you.